Hello and welcome to STR Wrestling Review. I am your host, Saber, and in today's episode, we're going to be reviewing last night's episode of Friday Night Smackdown, which took place on June 6th, 2025. SmackDown started out with Seth freaking Rollins being accompanied to the ring by WWE Hall of Famer Paul Heyman, Big Bronson Reed, and Braun Strowman. They were there to basically say that Seth is going to win Money in the Bank. Then when Solo Sikoa comes and basically calls them a fake bloodline, Seth gets really annoyed and tries to get Jacob Fatu to talk. But keyword tries, it fails. And finally it ends off with Big Jimmy Uso coming out and attacking the bloodline. The first match of the evening is versus JC Mateo and Jimmy Uso. The match starts out with JC Mateo rolling in and out of the ring to waste and stall time. But then this is followed by Jimmy Uso running and going through the ropes to land on JC Mateo. When they get back in the ring, we see a spear to JC Mateo. And eventually, when Jacob Fatu tries to distract Jimmy Uso, JC Mateo decides to try and attack Jimmy Uso from behind. But Jimmy Uso moves out of the way, leading to JC Mateo attacking Jacob Fatu. This gives enough time for Jimmy Uso to pick up the win, leaving the bloodline defeated. The next match was between Piper Niven and Zelina Vega, with Alba Fire and Chelsea Green on the outside. This was a really crazy match because almost right away, Zelina Vega took a kendo stick and hit it to the stomach of Piper Niven. And we also got to see a crazy move after a crossbody to Vega, where Piper Niven tried to deliver a cannonball onto the chair with, of course, Zelina Vega underneath, but Zelina Vega moved, making the move unsuccessful. Zelina Vega was then able to hit a crazy DDT onto that same chair. To make the crowd even louder, Julia comes in, jumping on Alba Fire and Chelsea Green, who are on the outside. She then comes and attacks Piper Niven, giving Zelina Vega the win. And to make it even crazier, Julia starts attacking Zelina Vega after the bell rung. For the third match, we see LA Knight face off against Aleister Black. But before the match starts, LA Knight grabs a microphone and says that he's going to win the Money in the Bank. But then when Aleister Black comes, we see a failed DDT from LA Knight, only to see a successful clothesline also from LA Knight. We also saw a failed springboard moonsault and leaping neckbreaker. The match finally ended with Seth Rollins coming and delivering a stomp to LA Knight. Then we got to see a spear to Aleister Black from Braun Breaker. Also a senton from Big Bronson Reed to LA Knight, ending with a spear to LA Knight. Tiffany Stratton comes out saying to whoever wins the Money in the Bank tournament that not them on their own or them with the briefcase will be enough to win the title from her. Then Rhea Ripley comes out saying that she misses being champ, so she's gonna go for that. Tiffany Stratton then leaves for the next match to begin. The match was Alexa Bliss, Rhea Ripley, and Stephanie Vaquer versus Naomi, Roxanne Perez, and Julia. One of the craziest moments in the match was where every single person that was in the match was brawling in the ring all at once. And where Alexa Bliss jumped on Julia and Naomi, because this triggered all of Naomi's team, Naomi, Julia, and Roxanne Perez, to start attacking Alexa Bliss. This of course triggered Alexa Bliss to hit a DDT to Naomi. We also got to see crazy moves from Rhea Ripley to Roxanne Perez, like a clothesline, a follow-away slam, and even a razor's edge, followed by a Sister Abigail to Julia, and a failed riptide to Roxanne Perez. When Roxanne Perez tried to tag in Naomi, Naomi didn't accept it, and that's because she saw that the whole rest of the other team, Rhea Ripley, Stephanie Vaquer, and Alexa Bliss, were about to attack whoever was going to be there. This gave Rhea Ripley the opportunity to hit the riptide and get the win for her team. And for the main event, it was Penta and Andrade versus American Made, specifically the Creed brothers. They all start fighting before the match begins, but once they all get inside the ring and the bell rings, Penta delivers a kick to the sternum to both the Creed brothers, followed by chops to again the Creed brothers. And then the craziest move in the match was a stepping stone, running, leaping, big knee from Julius to Andrade. Chad Gable even tried to interfere by ripping Penta's mask off, but then his Worlds Collide opponent comes and starts brawling him to keep him out of the match. And to win, Penta hit a Mexican Destroyer. But then Seth Rollins' faction, Seth Rollins, Big Bronson Reed, Braun Breaker, and WWE Hall of Famer Paul Heyman all surround the ring. And Seth Rollins, Big Bronson Reed, and Braun Breaker go in the ring and start attacking. Paul Heyman then grabs a mic and says that Seth freaking Rollins, Big Bronson Reed, and Braun Breaker are all the future of the business. And that tomorrow night, which technically is tonight, Seth freaking Rollins will win Money in the Bank. Cody Rhodes and Jey Uso then come out, and Seth Rollins leaves so they can have their part. Cody Rhodes and Jey Uso say that John Cena is desperate, while John Cena comes out to distract them, while Logan Paul attacks them. There are multiple moves like a bunch of attitude adjustments and more to the others, and it ended off with John Cena raising his title and Logan Paul raising Jey Uso's title. Overall, I thought it was a pretty good SmackDown. There were a bunch of matches I really enjoyed and a bunch of moves I really enjoyed. Thank you for watching the video again. This was my recap. This was my review. Again, everyone, thank you for watching. I'm your host, Saber, and thank you for watching.